Hello YouTube, welcome to Hyper Gaming. I am Hakmet. We are back with some out of ore. Just kind of doing what we do. See where we end up today. Get this all taken care of. I do have my new wheel. It's all set up and hopefully all set up and installed. And oh yeah, look at that. Spin twice, take two. We've got that one a ton. I feel like. Okay, roller breakdown. Not a huge deal, I guess. Still plenty of stuff we can do, but we'll see what the second one gets us. And we're gonna have loader breakdown. All right. So that don't hurt us really too much. Having said that, the loader oh, you know what? You can call me a cheater. I don't care. I was testing my steering wheel and I put it here. And you can watch the last video right at the end. It was parked right here. One button. Let's go. All right. Like I said, I think I got all the controls set up. We'll find out. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that was there. That was actually back there too, and I was testing that around. Make sure the things work. So I'm moving it back where it was before I tested. All right, so with that, let's see. Today we are probably going to try to finish up the little iron system we have up there. And I don't even know where. Oh, there's a roller. Probably try to get that going. And let's think, what else do we want to do? What do we need for tier 3? Let me check that out. All right, so I double checked just to make sure I had what I thought was the right information. So we had to smooth the road from the claim to the town, our main road. That's done. We did that. I think as soon as we got the loader, we rolled it down and rolled it back. We have to build a little pad for place to wash our vehicles. Again, not really a big deal. Just matter of doing, I guess, finding it. I'm thinking I'm going to put it wherever I decide to get the fuel station, which we unlocked the fuel tanks and stuff at tier 3. So that's good. And then it was an optional one I put in there, and that was dig ditches along the road all the way to the main claim. So that one won't be too terrible. It might take some time though. That's for sure. It'll definitely take some time. But that's fine. That's fine. Let's hop in the truck. Let's get this up. I think our excavator's still parked up in the top, up there at that mine. So let's see. I'm sure there's still some settings I have to get on this, especially with the force feedback. Like I have to let the software do it because the game really don't have it. But we do have it. I don't remember. Did we roll a little bit of this too? Can't remember if we did. I felt like we rolled up to here. I need to get to sequential gearing too. Problem is, I like it in like the trucks. Don't like it in the vehicle, like in the loaders and stuff. I don't feel like hoping that they'll change that and let you have it separate per vehicle. Or maybe there's a way to do it. Like through config files or something. I haven't really looked. Because I really want, like I said, I want this one to be sequential. It helps with hills and stuff like that, but ultimately for the loader and stuff like that, I don't really need it. I think we're gonna come right here. Can we? I think that should work. And I need to push my button on my loader at some point. I'm not worried about it. Guess we could probably turn that off. Yeah, this is run. It just been run. I just was through testing driving with this, which might be a little weird in a steering wheel, but I'm gonna give it a shot, see what happens. Apparently the horn and the parking brake I keyed to the same one. But yeah, the game kind of doesn't really have steering wheel support per se. It's like kind of just recognize it as a joystick. But that may be something down the road that I'm sure we'll get, hopefully. You know, like I have my truck bed to go up and down. I had it on my joystick on my little slider. That way I could just hit it one way and it open all the way up and don't have to hold no button. And then when I go to take off, I can just hit it the other way and it'll start coming down as I drive and not, have to hold another button. But unfortunately, either I have to have it on the joystick or the steering wheel. And this is just based on me trying to set it up. And maybe there's other ways to do it, and I just haven't done it yet, which is very possible. I think when I was, I don't know, 8 or something like that, I had a steering wheel for, I don't remember what it was. I feel like I had one for my PlayStation 1. Like, and it was, about as cheap as you could get back then, especially. There was no feedback, nothing, no. It actually was not fun to use. So. But, try to finish this up. I'm thinking with the ditches, we can just straddle where we want them. And then dig and probably dump the dirt on the road, and then when we get our dozer and stuff and we flatten it out and kind of more or less make some dirt there instead of grass, it'll all be taken care of. But we'll see here. Well, let's go into low gear too. Put it in high when I was testing it. And I think it's a little easier and low, obviously, moving little bits. But I hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day. Hope you guys got to enjoy your time off. Hope the weather was nice. We did nothing here. Made some ribs, and that was about it. Typical day, really. I mean, I guess not. We don't eat ribs every day. Even though given the cost of some of the other food, ribs ain't that bad. I don't know what it was, Saturday, Sunday, whatever we have. Well, I'm on my keto diet. My wife is on the keto diet. And so we eat, a lot of the same things. Salads, chicken salad, pork chop. Hamburgers is basically no carbs, no buns, crap like that. But a while ago, we get a lot of pork chops once in a while. I got pork steaks. I've never had them up to that point. And I freaking love them. That's all I get now. Like, they'll have pork chops, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I cook myself a pork steak. All right. Let's shut you off. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what I got. 2 pork steaks, 4 pork chops for them, for father-in-law and her. And it was like under $12. I'm like, oh no, and a can of corn. It was under $12. I'm like, now that's a cheap dinner. All right, so since our hopper can hold some dirt, I think we'll slow down a little bit. I think we'll just dump some stuff in there for now. No point running it because we are using that generator. We didn't have quite enough power with the one turbine up there. So coal plant's coming up. That's on the way. That'll be nice. That's what I thought. I said I thought originally there was supposed to be one. But I don't know. Maybe I just assumed or thought or hoped. But we do got one coming. And automated smelters. That'll be nice. A lot of cool stuff up and coming here for ore. Been playing a crap ton of roadcraft. Gentleman from the Discord, but he's at his save, and I just spent a lot of time this weekend helping him out and just playing on his save. Haven't really done anything on my own. So I definitely wanted to get into that. Another game I'd like Steel support to be a little better in. Unfortunately, it's not great. Just because Mazda and all that ain't supported, and Fan Attack aren't supported technically. But even the ones that they support are having a lot of trouble. So hopefully they get that taken care of and fixed up sooner than later. Yeah, I definitely want to put a little more, I think, resistance on the wheel right now. It's fairly loose-ish. There's a little bit, but I said it's a lot of setup. All right. Actually, I think I need to, let's pull you out of the way. I really need to unbind the horn to the same button. And we're going to shut you off. I think we need to get our excavator down here. I'll dig out some of this. I'm not going to go hardcore on all of it. I don't think it's a huge deal to get every ounce of it. I mean, ideally, right, 2 joysticks is what's going to work best for like these tracked vehicles, but see how it goes. Let's flatten this a little bit here. I don't know if I'm gonna really have enough room down here to get a whole lot of stuff and turn it. So we'll see what happens. Worst case is I'm just gonna call it complete. I want to get the dark stuff over here, that's for sure. See if I can at least kind of maybe like right there. Let's see if we can reach out there. Just in case, I'll drive forward. Yeah, that should work. And then if I can get the old truck backed up right under there, I think we'll grab that. Probably try to grab some of the stuff on the edge. As of the iron, don't think I'm super worried about it right now. Supposed to hop on tonight too. buddy wants to do some American Truck Sims, so I might hop in and do that. It's him. Might as well record it if I am going to. All right, give me all that lithium and that goodness that I really, really want out of here. Yeah, so I think we'll just try to finish this up, and then maybe, like I said, maybe we'll start getting this guy down to that road. Letting ditches get ready. Trees will be needed here. We can get the power washer. I know we got some being made, and that ain't gonna really be a huge area. So I'm thinking, like I said, I plan on just putting it in with the gas station, little refueling area. So I might just try to get a little bit of all that built up at once or planned out. We'll see how it goes. At least I want to get the pad down for cleaning vehicles. I don't think the ditches actually be too bad, especially if I just straddle along and I don't really have any requirements. There's no like depth requirements, anything like that. Just a ditch. Which obviously is going to pose, a threat to my driving skills when it comes to driving through there and not landing in them. But yeah, how's your guys' out of order saves going? You guys going pretty good? Have you been enjoying the new fairs and production and all that? I would say I have, but really all I've done is what you've seen here so far. The funny thing is I was like, all right, I'm gonna play some, out of ore. I want to do some of this. This is my single player save, just have some fun or hop in with somebody. But then Roadcraft came out, and like I said, I've been enjoying that game a lot. But I also understand what the game is and what it's not. Not SnowRunner, not meant to be. It's kind of flaky. Got some stuff. They did acknowledge like the asphalt and stuff. They're gonna work on that and get that fixed because that's probably my biggest hate. The game is called Roadcraft. It's about, you'd think the road part would be as flawless as you can get nowadays. But the machine catches and hard to turn and it doesn't quite flatten as much as you'd like or think it should. So I'm hoping that happens. But I'll tell you what, if you're just doing objectives, you'll probably get through it, pretty decently fast. But if you're doing objectives, side objectives, and then anything else that you just want to do, because you can see there's tons of stuff that you can just do. Like there's no mission for it, at least not yet, unless later they send you back to a map for some reason. I think it was the second map, which is technically the first map, right? Just after the storm. There's like a whole bridge that's broke down. And unless we missed finding it, we never got a mission to... Oh, wrong way. We never got a mission to build that bridge. So that's just something that, like, you would just decide to do on your own. But what I kind of wonder, too, is I'm going to have to look here, is the bottom of this going to be all dark? Or is it kind of like surrounding dark and then go underneath? I'm going to have to back up here. I need to change that binding. I realized my camera's blocking this side. I moved it for another game. Never moved it back. I'll probably have to do that at some point. Just recording, just going to town, not really doing a whole lot. Get some out content out. Then I got a bunch of demos I want to try. All right, I think you are good. Now, after getting a steering wheel, I realize there's one thing I definitely need to get, and that is some sort of head tracking. Playing race games and stuff like that are not as easy when you can't just kind of flick a joystick over. And I use like the little D-pad on this, but you know, you're turning the wheel a little hard. But head tracking, there are some apps that work with webcams, and I do have extra webcam or two. They're not great, they're like 720p, but they might be good enough to put up with this one, so I can use that one for tracking. I'll have to test them out. I think there's some demos on them and stuff, but that would be nice. Yeah, it's like right now I got to hold the button now to lower it. And ultimately, I could put it back on the joystick. I don't think it'd be that big of a deal, because my joystick's always on next to me. Cleaned off my desk a little bit and got a place for it to sit, so permanently. Before I always had to unplug it and put it away just to give me some room, but I got it to work. I needed to turn back to. But yeah, the wheels nice so far. Definitely a lot of learning, a lot of the different feedback names and settings. I have no idea, and I'm trying to learn them all and understand them, and then get them set up for, you know, the way I want a vehicle to feel. Right now, this one feels like it has intense power steering, like really good. But I'm also on like files for something. I don't remember. But ultimately, you put the settings in the game or in the software up and let the game control it. This game don't have that option, so I just need to make a new profile and adjust some settings for it. I guess ultimately all you're missing is pack and stuff like that. Don't really matter. I don't think it's going to be covered with the dark gray stuff underneath. It's just going to go right to pay dirt. It's kind of funny. We have done more, oh dang it, more digging outside of our mine than in it. So if that's some sort of achievement, that was terrible. Let's see if we can. And like always, just as a reminder, hop on into the Discord if you want. So there's always people playing something. I'm pretty much always playing a game. Like I said, if you see me and I'm not in the live now voice chat, which is locked, usually means I'm recording something. Hop in, say hi, give me something in Discord, a message or a general chat or whatever, and join whatever I'm playing. If I got room, come on in. We have our community lumber map going on. And we have community out of ore. I went to fire it up for us once already. Couldn't get any takers, but it was very last second and not a good time of the day. I know there's people that want to hop in and do it. Just it wasn't kind of impromptu, like, oh, hey, maybe I'll see if anybody wants to do it. So I definitely want to keep going there and getting that going too. The farming sim one, I might end up just getting a little dedicated server going for. I know there's some people that would play it even if I'm not on, and try to use the Discord there to have the projects down there. Got a big list of projects and label them somehow. Figure out the best way to do it. Maybe screenshot the map and kind of draw the plans on the map. We'll see though. We'll see. All right, let's see if I can grab this here without pulling my truck into the hole. Or without pushing my excavator in the hole because I didn't go high enough. Nope. Keep doing that. Keep not giving myself enough distance from the dirt. As you know, it normally pulls dirt if you're, you know, within 2 foot of it, but that one I think I dug right into it regardless. And then, of course, after, you know, I've been playing a lot of this, playing the Roadcraft, that makes me want to play some Construction Simulator. I haven't played that in a very long time. Even though I know that is a game that has so many DLCs to it, I think, at this point, from what little news I keep seeing it pop up on my feed once in a while. Kind of want to get into, not get into, I guess that's kind of a hard way to say it. I kind of want to play around with some sim racing games a little bit. Not like iRacing stuff, but definitely not hardcore. But I've always enjoyed racing games. I've just always hated the controller. I own a couple already. Sounds like from what I own, Project Cars 2 is one of them. Seems pretty cool and like a pretty decent game. I think I have, what's the other one? Auto Corsa or something like that, Corset. So I got that as well. I think that one's really fun modded, if I remember right. I think we could, I wonder if there's a better way to bind the excavator tracked vehicles. Like, I wonder if I use, like, my pedals for, like, left track, right track. That's, like, forward and backwards. I don't know how I would, I don't know how to do that. Oh, I guess I could have a modifier. That might be hard. Stupid thing. Who put those there? Okay, fine. I'll back up. Maybe. Yeah, I might have to go in there, do some testing, and just play around, see. Might be a better, cooler way for the track vehicles. That'd be forward. That'd be forward. Both would go. Could use like a paddle shifter. Hold it down and press one of the pedals for backwards on it. Might be too much to process at one time. I don't know. I'll play around. Or if you have any ideas, or if you have a wheel, not like dual joysticks that you drive them with, something like that, let me know what you guys do. Kind of curious on different options, different things I might be able to do. I think we're going to grab one more load here. I think we're going to kind of call this good enough for now. I don't think it's worth nitpicking all those little things. I just realized that I got plenty of fuel. Good. I don't check my fuel often. And I was worried that I was going to be out of fuel. Just like I would like to drive that down there and refuel everything at once, but I think it's worth driving the excavator down there. I can just drive it. I think it's over there. Either way, it's a lot closer to just drive there instead of, I think, with driving down the hill, then back up the hill for no reason. I think that should work there. I'll shut you. Still not used to the backing up and driving forward and how the tracks like turns different ways depending on what direction you're going. But at some point I'll get used to it, I think. All right, let's and we'll definitely go back and turn on the old plant. Let's clean up whatever we got built up in there. And I guess make sure it works. I think this will be the first time we technically have ran pay dirt through it. If I remember right. I know right. True for that too. I bet you wouldn't believe it if I told you I still haven't changed the autosave frequency yet. Come on, baby. Come on. Here we go. I know there's still some lithium or whatever else tucked in there. I can see little spots here and there, which is fine. I'm just trying to get a good majority of it. Now I got to do this big strip right there. This, but yeah. And like I said, I know I talked about it. I think it was, I don't know, maybe 2 episodes ago. It gets really hard to remember because sometimes I record a couple episodes back to back. I think once I get to a certain point in this one, I think I might open this one up too for people to come up and join and play with once I get more once I get set up and kind of established, I think, not 100%, but I don't know what you guys would think. Like I said, the only reason I really wanted to separate any kind of multiplayer in this one is so I could record a week of videos if I wanted and not have to worry about spoiling it for somebody that, you know, may not have the time to watch it yet or whatever the case may be. And I'm hoping by the end of the week, this video won't have it, I'm sure. Again, like I said before, I am doing a new intro and stuff. I'm trying to make it quicker and even shorter. I've already done it twice, right? So, and as I've learned more with video editing and the software and how to do stuff and do cool stuff, I've changed it and shortened it up. Felt the first one was too long. Kind of feel like even this one might be too long. I think it's 5 seconds, I believe, is what I kept it to. But I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know how it all works. I'm just kind of flinging by the seat of my pants like I do in every game I play. Little junk here. But yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in any construction sim as well. Or any other kind of games. So I got some demos of some random different kind of stuff. Like I said, I like to play all sorts of games. Pretty much simulators and survival games are my favorite, but there are Phasmophobia. I love playing Phasmophobia. I guess that's a ghost hunting simulator. I don't know if we get any more of this or not, but we'll try. I think we got another scoop or so we can put in there. Probably in that front corner for sure. And whatever. It may just get deleted, but we're going to put one in the back. There, call that pretty good. Prep you for the trip. But not yet. Might as well get out and get the truck out of the way. Truck out of the way, and then we'll at least drive the excavator over to the other mini mine, I'm calling it. We'll turn the plant on real quick too. We'll let it do its job on all the stuff we put into it so far. See what we end up with. And even though loader didn't screw us there, like I said, you can go to the end of the video, end of last episode, and you will see that I didn't have it parked there. I was testing. I should have actually just reloaded the save, but whatever. We'll shut you off. All right, let's get you turned on here. At some point, we're gonna just get another. What are we running at? Yeah, 1052 and That is what, 800. So we're just a little short. So we get another one of those guys. We'll probably be all right. So our sleuth here should be catching stuff, right? Yeah, because we have some pay dirt going into the system. There's our dirt. Aluminum, lithium, iron, gold. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. What do we have on? Do we have a 3 times or we just have a 1 time? I don't know if we have a 3. Probably always switch that to a 1. See what the one of the power requirements of it. Power. 200. So I don't think it's 100. So yeah, still have to get it anyway. Actually, kind of wondering. Do we have something other? Do we have another input? No. Okay. Thought we did. All right, you're empty. You're still spinning. Oh, you just finished up there. Take that and that. You're done. I think it's all set. All right, let's turn this back off. We don't have unlimited fuel. Shouldn't be nothing else in anything else, right? Just dirt there. All right, what do we got? Iron. A lot of iron. Coal. We're gonna keep there. All right, let's cancel this. Grab this again. What do we have here? Just throw all our aluminum there. That. Cancel those. Grab all that. Get the lithium going. Iron going. And then gold. I'm gonna max all these out right now, if they're not already. Oh man, I can't wait till we get rich and loaded and just buy everything we want and be able to do this all. Let's yeah, let's just put that there. That's not enough of them to even dink with. There. Throw some dirt there. All right, let's head over to the excavator. Let's get that at least parked over at the other mine. Mini mine. Do a little walk. I did not hook my steering wheel up to walking. I know. So silly. I had to make sure I was going the right way. I'm like, where is the excavator? But it's down in the pit, in the little hole. Do this, get this moved. Maybe we'll look at and start the whole ditch system. Which might be the smartest thing to do. Maybe we, instead of going to the pit, maybe we do just drive down there, refuel everything, and start digging that ditch. Because I think we have enough stuff in stock. I don't really want to sell all the iron, but we have a lot more that's about to appear. So kind of want to push towards, you know what, let's do this. Let's drive over here to the road. That it ain't far away, right there. Let's just start back digging the ditch to the town. And then go from there. Finish it all today anyway. But I think we'll just pile it up on the opposite side, not in the middle of the road. We'll just pile it up on the side and on the road. If we end up wanting to use it, we can do that. Just got to make sure I'm wide enough here. Really, I can't go too wide, right? Question is don't really need to go that deep. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. And pile it up this way to keep it level in the ditch as best as I can. I'm not gonna lie, I'm wondering. I kind of feel like maybe first person might actually work better. Take off the right light. And the next question is, whoa. Internal error. I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm heading the right way. This ditch ain't gonna be the prettiest thing you ever done seen, I promise you that. But ultimately, I can always go down there with my shovel at some point and kind of, right. You can always go down there and hit it, and that's okay if it curves, you know, like it's going to, because why not? Come on, baby, come on. I think the only thing with first person is depth perception. I do realize we're gonna drop in some coal and some other stuff as we go. And I know what you're thinking. These ditches look really big and deep, right? Come to Michigan and look at some of the farm field ditches that we have here. I'm sure we're not the only state, but yeah, come check out some of these ditches. They wallow freaking 60% of the equipment in this game. They're freaking insane. And yes, I realize I'm slowly getting deeper and deeper as I do this. Probably about the time I hit first person. And if you're just like skipping ahead in the video, or you just came back and you're like, whoa, is this a different episode? No, I'm not forced in first person. Actually just using it because I feel like it's easier for the ditch. I can kind of get right in the track easily. Depth is the hardest thing, but I think that's going to be hard to do anyway, to be honest with you. Just need to set a height like that, and actually it might be the way to go. Set it and pull it till it's full and stop. Just need to make sure it's deep enough that when I hit the shovel on it and kind of round it up, that it looks okay. And the other hard thing is stay in the direction I need to go. And of course, my dumbass just turned because I didn't straighten my cab up before I turned around and looked. That's the nice thing about this way too, digging it this way. If I can get about the same spot every time, it's just going to be a ditch roughly the same depth and contoured to the ground. And do that until it hits. Yeah, I think that might be the way to go. I'll get a nice smoother, like I said, I may not get the depth right every time, but I think ultimately I'll get a smoother depth variation, like it's going to be about the same every time. As long as I do it right. And I will say, dumping the dirt on the side ain't a big deal. I've actually watched them do that in a lot of farm fields and stuff like that along the farms. They'll dig it out and they'll lay it on the road, and then later a truck comes by and a loader and grabs it all. Alright, take a look. Looks like we're doing okay now. We're going to have to go to the left here at some point, but I'm pretty sure, isn't there a ditch bucket for like the B100 and 200 and 220 or whatever they are? I mean, I'm not buying a whole other excavator just for this. I think this is working pretty decent. I'm gonna go forward a little bit here. Brakes. I'm gonna grab that. It was probably fine, but it was a little bothering me. And obviously the bumps on the ground are also helping this at all, but yeah, I think this is perfect. I said the hardest thing is not seeing behind me is we're doing okay. Oh. That's what she was. I tell you where the fun part's going to be is I'll have this side looking really good in order to get the other side to be like the same distance apart the whole time. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have a feeling it's not going to look as good. I just have to figure something out, figure out a system. I think I want to slowly start burning. Let's see here. Probably too much. Almost forgot what I was doing here. Say this, I should have. I might not even worry about these cones. I mean, I got it flattened through here for the most part, but ultimately, I might just do what I have to do to make this part easier. If I have to move my road a little bit, I'll do that. I keep checking in. I gotta stop doing that. Me. I'd line up here. I think we're on a pretty good line right now. dirt right there. Kind of looked like, didn't it? A little bit of pay dirt. And I'll just fill in half my ditch. All right, let's pop out and see how we're doing. Let's reposition a little bit here. Let's do this. Now a little bit more. As long as I don't move around, we will just go back from this angle, but it's going to move a little bit here and there. Up a little bit. All right. Let's go. Dig. Stop. Eventually, I will turn that off. I know. I just stepped away for a moment and could have did it there, and I didn't. Fortunately, one of our dogs is like 17 years old, and pretty sure had a stroke last night. So, when watching him, fortunately, I know nothing good's gonna come out of it. It's my wife's dog before we got together. I absolutely love dogs. I've had them growing up my whole life. Had them as my adult life, but mainly they were either ex-wife's dog or something like that. Just, I don't know. They're too easy to get attached to, and they're hard, and ultimately you have a kid, and it always works out this way either, but typically you don't ever watch your kid pass, but a dog, you could go through 20-30 of them in a lifetime, how many you have. So definitely makes it hard, but I think we're going pretty good. Let's there's some more what is that? Is that iron or is that something else? Let's look. First and foremost, put those out of the way. All right. Yep. Okay. Haven't seen enough blasted rock to remember what it looks like. Definitely seen it and stuff like that, but I've never seen it in any of my YouTube episodes. Like where I dug for it. I think we found it obviously in the finale of season 1 when I used plowshares to just to see how close we were to stuff, just because I was kind of curious. I'm actually guess if this would have been rock, it probably would have been. I guess the iron is kind of harder to dig through too. I guess I can feel that when I go to do it. But I know that stone, I guess, gets really hard to do. Yeah, honestly, I thought this was going to be a lot harder to do and take a lot longer to do, but ultimately I feel like going pretty good. I would say we started roughly maybe halfway, maybe a little less than half. And we're almost here. And I'm about done with this for the moment because I don't know what I'm going to do yet with that big hole. Not figured it out. And either way, I don't think I'll have to dig a ditch anyway. I'm either going to be on the side of the mountain, so I don't really need a ditch there. The one side's going to have it. I'm going to build a bridge, which obviously I don't need a ditch because there's going to be a giant hole right there. Or I'm going to build up, and then I would have a giant edge and ditch on the whole thing. I think I am inside of... Oh no, I thought I caught one. Let's see here. Maybe there. So the tracked vehicle with the steering wheel isn't bad, but you can only turn so far and then it just stops and turns. So I'm definitely, I think I'm going to do a little bit of testing here. See about using the pedals. Like I said, I think I could use, you know, the left pedal by itself for track forward and the right one for track forward. And I think I could use the left pedal shifter, I'm hoping, and my left pedal to go backwards. And same for the right. And I feel like that should work. I think it'll just be a lot of getting used to, which is okay. So, you know, I can just... I think the thing about that I don't like is because I'm using my joystick now, obviously, to control the boom. So if I did that and I'm trying to back up, I'd have to have a third hand. I'd have to have both paddle buttons down, shifters depressed, and one for my joystick. because I don't really want to, you know, set this up and then switch and not have control on the joystick if I want to make some adjustments. Not sure. I'm not sure. I'll just have to play around. Like I said, again, if you have a setup, how do you do it? Or do you just have it set up like I do and just worry about it as we go? I think we can go a little further with it. Maybe I'll start turning a little bit if I can. Bought out of fuel, so that's great. I also think that I will probably run up the store here once I run out of fuel and sell my stuff I have on me now, just in case the place closes for us next time. I keep sitting here going, man, am I allowed to use the dozer or not the dozer or the loader? I keep forgetting what I did, but I'm like, no, it was the loader and the roller I can't use. And like always, if you have more ideas for stuff I can add to that wheel, definitely leave a comment below. Let me know. Let me know some ideas. I think I should probably check where I'm at because I feel like I need to go to the left. Try to line up. I just realized, holy cow, do I have a window open in here? So the dirt, oh God. Way out of. You know, I think that actually might be good anyway. Look at that. I did fix that though. No more horn when I hit my parking brake. Yeah, I think I kind of come through here like this and just kind of hit it like so. Kind of get a nice little ditch look in there. All right, so we'll leave that there. Let's turn off these lights though. Why does it keep... Oh, because I hit the button for it. Never mind. I know why it keeps starting. Thought that was my flasher button. I mean, that's probably good anyway, honestly, because I have to figure out. Honestly, building... If we had concrete, I'd probably go for a bridge for sure. I think we might be better off just taking the dozer through here. Taking the dozer through here, and then once we get some concrete or something, maybe we'll concrete it and add some supports down the side. Something like that. We'll have to figure that out and get to that point. All right, let's sell you. Oh, nice. Like it. That was a good chunk of change. So our next episode, if it is closed, we at least made money already. Grab some trees here. Grab some trees here. There we go. All right. So yeah, we're gonna stick with that for the ditch. I think that worked out nice. I feel like we did a decent amount of ditch building, to be honest with you. Like I said, we did at I feel like at least, let's see, this might be able to say. I feel like half, but maybe. Yeah, I mean, actually maybe we doesn't really show the ditch, but we can tell by the piles of stuff. Oh, right there. Right there. So right there. I'd say we did about almost half. Minus this little bit here because I don't know what we're going to do there yet. What is all this over here? Oh, that's where I laid the dirt for the road. Okay. So yeah, that's not bad. That might be a good place to stop it. We'll have to get some fuel for this guy. We'll have to continue over there. I'm gonna have to figure out the best way to. Oh, I was gonna say, come on now. A little like loading thing as you get closer and it loads. But that went really easy. Pretty deep ditch. I mean, 4 foot ditch or so in spots. We might fine tune it a little bit here and there, but yeah, I think the drop, drag, and dump over worked a lot nicer than. Man, I know I'd like to like taper this, but I'm hoping this look here will do the job. I mean, best as you can do. It's not the smoothest, terraforming system, but then from here, it's just down past what that group of trees there is. About that there. Yeah, that'll work though. Yeah, I think we'll call it there. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it all the way through. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, hit that like button for me. Comment below any of the questions, any ideas, any thoughts, anything you want. Just an emoji just for any interaction helps out a lot, and I really appreciate it. And if you're new here and you haven't, hit that sub button. I really appreciate the support. Discord in the description. Hop on in there and stay up to date with what we're doing and maybe play some games with either myself or other people. But thank you. Hope you have a wonderful night, evening, or morning, and hope to see you next video. Bye.